Hello all, welcome to my channel SAP HCM. So last time I shown how to create an employee. So this is the partner. So and then what is employee group, employee subgroup, little bit information I have given. So before starting with personal administration, let me explain few things. What is infotype, what is features. So you will get an idea to work on further. So this is the info type. Like we can see many info type like action, reason for action, personal data, where employee data is going to store in that. Suppose basic pay. So in that information related to salary related things will store for that employee. Same way for bank details also. For bank details, in which bank account his salary or her salary needs to be transferred. So that information will be stored. Same way like here many info types are there. Additional payments, contract, like that. So what is info type? Info type is a logical related data where we maintain information of object. So info type is identified with a 4-digit number, numeric code. So like 0000 to 0999, it is related to personal administration. 1000 to 1999 info types related to organization management, and time related with time card, absence, attendance, that records are stored in the info type 2000 to 2999. And recruitment 4000 to 4999, and this is 5000 to 500 based, that is ESS MSS. And custom specific, like in few companies, like the requirement will come like for storing some details, we want customized info type to be created. So that time we need to use 9 series, 9000 to 9999. This range needs to be used. Here, like info types, I have mentioned like personal administration related, the 000 action, organization assignment, 2 that is personal data, 3 payroll status, address, 6, 7 for planned working time, basic pay, 8, 0009 bank details, 14 info type recurring and deductions. So same way we should remember this all info type related to personal administration and organization structure. Same way for time management, 2001 that is absence, and then 2002 that is attendance, 2003 substitution. So this will cover in the next upcoming session. So info types we have Indian payroll, like where tax related parts like HRA, exemption, income from other source, ATC, ATD, provident fund, so nomination. This all things comes under info type 581 to 591. Indian payroll. So country specific. So like it is payroll, like it's Indian payroll. So like these are the info type. So country specific payroll is there. So for that different info type will be used. So this is about a info type. I will come into SAP screen. Suppose now I want to see a personal data, like personal data like is a date, age, or gender, something. So what I will do, personal data. I will click if I remember, then 0002 that is there. So that I info type I will enter and I will click to display button. So here I can see the overview or details of that particular employee, his name, gender, then date, nationality, everything I can see. So same way like actions mean like when he hired, when he got promoted, when he got separated, that all information will come. So address, like in the address field, like a personal address, company address, like that many address type is there. So like I am going to HR master data maintain, I am trying to create address for this employee. So when I click on a create button, so there are subtype for info type, like Address, under address we can have a many subtype called as personal residence, temporary residence, home address, mailing address, like that many are there. So according to the company requirement or client requirement, we can store the details for that employee. Suppose I want to default something, like by default for India payroll, for company code this, I want to default this as a payroll, as a automatically it needs to be defaulted. So for that feature, for that functionality, we use a features. So features, how features is defined, is a defined system controlled object used to default a value from img. Img means like main or like configuration is, there we have to go to default into infotype. So how it can be identified? Features are identified with a 5-digit code. Otherwise, what we can do, one more option is there, PE03 transaction code. Via PE03 also we can access a feature, or navigation also we have. So navigation also we can go through that. List of features, like I want to default something like number range. So like when we hide an employee, that time I want the series to be defined for that employee. So for that, so number is a feature for defaulting that. So it will be defaulted in the infotype action 000. Just I am clicking to display button to understand. Suppose see, for personal area I want to default this. For a run mark it should be 3. What is the 3? So for that, the number range we need to define. So for defaulting that, we will use these features. Same way administration thing. For administration things, here we have like this one, VSDK 1. So VSDK 1, just click, like you can check whatever first we need to create. After that only we can default it into that particular info type. First for that we need to configure the things. For number range also same way. For number range also, first we need to define the number range. For that PA04, the transaction code where number ranges are, we can able to maintain that number range. So here we can see intervals. So just I am clicking to NR status to see the details. See here like number range is then 1, 2, 3. So in the earlier screen we saw that 03. So for that company 8 series number range need to be populate whenever an HR will hire an employee, that time the 3 series is mapped. So I am going to PE03 feature again, and then here just I will remove that n old feature and number here India 3. For this company 3, what is 3? Here the number range is 3, number series, and then range is 8000 to 89999, like that we can define according to the requirement. If there is no requirement, then same number we can keep like 1 to 9999999, like that. These all things need to be remember, like we should remember whenever TMSTA, so for defaulting a time management, for coma for quota related things, then pinch for define for default a PA like personal administration, ABKRS for defaulting a payroll layer, like as I said, like in this screen I shown that in the PA30, like organization structure is there that time. Here the payroll area N6, instead of N6 I want to default another value. So that value for defaulting that feature, for that that we use a feature that ABKRS. So this is about features info type. So this thing we need to remember, like because in a daily day-to-day routine we should remember this all things quickly. Instead of searching in by pressing a F4, we should like remember the info type and this all things. So whenever I want to enter a personal data, then quickly I need to enter a 0002, then create whatever display, whatever I want to do, that I can do. So these all things we need to remember. Structure in SAP HCM. So enterprise structure, organization structure, personal structure. In enterprise structure, company code, creation of a company code, personal area, personal sub area will company code, personal area, personal sub area. So company and company code, this activity will done by FICO consultant. Personal structure, where employee group, employee subgroup, payroll accounting area will come. So first we'll focus on these 2 points and then we'll cover this wage type structure, then pay scale structure in the upcoming session. The first step, like as I said, define a company code. The company code will be defined by FI team. So once the company and the company code created, then HR HCM consultant work will start, like personal area. So what is personal area? Personal area is a subunit of company code. Like in the last session I shown in the organization structure, how to create company. Under company code we should have these things like a personal area, a department, so that we will configure. So same way, like under which company code, the personal area, it represent either location or division based on the business activity or requirement. So there is a path is there. Go to SPRO FI F SPRO SPRO IMG IMG enterprises, the path whatever I shown, enterprises. Then go to definition, human, here personal area. So here need to define that company location, whatever the personal area that can be defined. So I will create one personal area. Here it is of 4-digit code. So I am creating one. Okay, so it will ask like which country. So I am typing like India. Just click to OK button. Just clicking demo, so you can create your own configuration. So this is a TR. So create button, whenever we create a new tier, so that time create button. If you have already created, then under a existing tier you can save the details. So at least we should create personal area like in this way. So it is creating of a 4-digit code. Same way personal sub area. So personal sub area will come under a future subdivision of a personal area, either location or department. So it is also created with a 4-digit code. So short form you can call like for personal administration PA, personal sub area, PSA, like that. So path is same. So I am going to SAP screen. So same way I can click to personal sub area, click here, personal sub area, and then create, select that one, JU. JUPT. So under JUPT, I want to define one more. So one personal sub area. So click new and then type JUP1, JUP1, and I'm giving like HR, and then click to save button. See, TR occurred automatically. Click to continue button, got saved. Employee group. What is employee group? Employee group is a classification of employees. I mean, like whether that employee is salaried employee or uh, like hourly based worker, trainee, like that. For categorization purpose, employee group is created. So employee group. So employee group always created with a 2-digit code. A, sorry, 1-digit code. Employee group is always created with a 1-digit code, whereas employee subgroup is created with a 2-digit code. So like it is a further subdivision of a employee group. So same way I will go into that transaction. I will create employee subgroup. So already many groups are created. So according to that, like I will take Y, otherwise Z as active, otherwise some trainer, demo trainer, like that will create and then save. Okay, once it is done, so under Z I want to create an employee subgroup. Here it is there, employee subgroup. Go to define employee subgroup. So here I will create one new, what is Z is there, so Z1 I will take demo employees, demo employees, and then save. You can create as many you want, just I am creating one employee subgroup. Save. Okay, once it is done, now we defined enterprises. Enterprises we have completed. Now once it is done, we need to link. First, what will link? First company code to company. So that will done by FIT. Now we need to link company code to company. What are the companies there, like that? And then personal sub area to personal area. So where I will go? Assignment, human resources, assignment to personal area to company group. So what I will search? JUPT. That is what I created, personal area. So under which company? 7,000. I recall the number, so that's why I'm typing. And then this country belongs to India. So I'm mapping with India. If it is belongs to some other country code, then you should update that company code, that one. So just simply I'm now updating this 7,000. Country group I will check accordingly. So it is India only. So again I will go to that and then India. Click to save button. Okay, once it is done, then what is the next step? Assignment of employee subgroup to employee group. First personal area to company code is done, then now employee subgroup to employee group. So what is our employee group? Z is our employee group, Z1 is our employee subgroup. So it is not there. So what need to do? Z demo trainer under Z1. So for against which company we need this assignment? For India. So I will click India and then click save button. This is done. Now just I am opening that partner which I onboarded, organization, copy, just I will do one action, like whether like I am onboarding one employee. Again, whether my configuration, that personal area, personal sub area, employee group are available or not. For that purpose, I'm just hiring one employee. See here, the personal area occurred. Okay, JUPT recently we created. Now, what is the employee group? Z. See, I can see Z is demo trainer. So same way, personal employee subgroup, I can see demo. So our configuration is working fine. Now save. ZC1. So in one table it does not exist. So now we can see like at least these all things occurred. So now we are getting one error message called no entry in the table. So that further we'll see and we will rectify and then we can continue. Now we can see like at least what is the small things we done now. Personal area, personal sub area, employee group, employee subgroup, and assignment of employee group to employee subgroup and assignment between personal sub area to company code. This is what we have done today. So further steps will continue in the next session, upcoming session. Thank you all.